What happens when the planet of love, beauty, and pleasure dives into the deepest, most mysterious part of the chart, the eighth house? This is Venus in the eighth house, where love isn't just romance, it's rebirth. Here, attraction runs deeper than the surface. It's magnetic, healing, sometimes destructive, but always transformative. So, if you or someone you know has Venus in the eighth, let's explore what that really means for love, intimacy, money, and the soul. Venus represents how we give and receive love, what we find beautiful, how we relate, and how we attract abundance. The eighth house, on the other hand, rules transformation, shared resources, death and rebirth, sexuality, and emotional merging. When Venus enters this house, it's like dropping the goddess of love into the underworld. Love becomes intense, pleasure becomes sacred, and every connection feels like it could change your life. You don't just want affection, you want union. You crave depth, emotional honesty, and soul level intimacy. Surface level relationships, they just don't satisfy you. Venus in the eighth, relationships often feel fated. You meet someone and it's like boom, you recognize them instantly, as if you known them before. There's passion, obsession, and sometimes a little chaos. You love with your whole being, mind, body, and soul, because you feel so deeply. You can sometimes struggle with trust, jealousy, or fear of loss. But every relationship you have is meant to teach you something profound. You transform through love, sometimes painfully, sometimes beautifully. When you fall in love, you don't just want to hold hands, you want to merge energies, share secrets, and build a world together. That's the magic. And the challenge of this placement, Venus in the eighth can attract emotional intensity and sometimes drama. You might find yourself drawn to people who are unavailable, mysterious, or who push your buttons. Why? Because your soul is learning through contrast. This placement can bring power struggles or cycles of attachment and loss until you learn emotional balance. Love can feel like a battlefield, but what you're really fighting for is emotional honesty and vulnerability. The key is learning to let go, to love deeply without needing to control the outcome. The eighth house also deals with money that comes through others, inheritances, investments, or a partner's income. Venus here can attract wealth through joint ventures or relationships. There's often luck when it comes to shared finances, but it can go either way. This placement teaches you about trust and transparency in money matters, just as much in love. Sex for Venus in the eighth isn't just physical, it's spiritual. You crave emotional fusion. You want to feel someone's soul through touch. Your sexuality has depth. It can heal, awaken, and even transform. You may also have a natural gift for helping others work through shame or trauma around intimacy. This Venus placement carries a healing power. When you embrace vulnerability, you don't just transform yourself, you help others do the same. That love has always been your teacher. Maybe in past lives, love came with loss or betrayal. And in this life, you're learning to open your heart again without fear. This is the alchemy of Venus in the eighth, turning pain into wisdom, attachment into devotion, and desire into transformation. You're not meant to love lightly, you're meant to love truly. So if you have Venus in the eighth house, know this: you are the alchemist of love. Your relationships will change, but that's your magic. You were born to experience love that awakens your soul, not just flatters your ego. Embrace the intensity. Let love be your teacher, your mirror, your transformation. Because for Venus in the eighth house, every ending is just the beginning of a deeper kind of beauty.